at number 6 in National League batting average.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Ronald Torre is the next to bat. He went deep in the contest last night. Fouled off. Lynn has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. Hit on the ground out to short. Andrus has it, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. And he fouls this one off. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this pitch arsenal, you just got to find a way to shorten up and battle, put something in play.
2 out, nobody on. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And it's fouled away. Now another 0-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Now the Rangers will get their first crack scoreless. Here's Elvis Andrus now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
First delivery to him on the way. Scott Heineman comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Pulled high in the air out to left field. McCutchen is under it, and that's the 3rd out. Rangers set down in order. We are still scoreless. Second inning set to go, and next will be the power hitting catcher, JT Realmuto. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Hey, this is the big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Roy? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about themselves and salvage their last game of this series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight, makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home.
Fouled away. And he chased it in the dirt. Trevino goes to get it, and the throw is there to record the first out. Here's Didi Gregorius, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 5 for 14. He also has 1 home run. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Trevino has it. And he makes the throw to first. Gregorius is retired. 2 down now. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's definitely a long ball threat. Currently 3rd in the National League in that category. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Trevino corrals it, and the throw to first ends the inning. Phillies down. Now to the plate, Danny Santana, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Hit hard on the ground to the right, and that'll qualify as the Rangers' first hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
No balls and 1 strike. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Line toward the alley in left center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Trevino. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Harper is there to put it away for out number 1. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
The designated hitter.
So here's the left-handed bat of Rougned Odor. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Santana on second. Calhoun at first, 1 gone. This is skied into short left center. McCutchen comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. So stepping in, Nick Solak, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Out in front of it, strike 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Hit hard but fouled toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Rangers leave a pair. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. At the plate, Andrew McCutchen. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here it comes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The center fielder, number
Striding into the box, Roman Quinn. His guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Home half of the
We're back now as the Rangers line up readies for their third turn with the bats, and unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense. Currently, they rank dead last in the league in team batting average and perhaps more importantly, runs scored. As one of the coaches told me, the entire organization is pulling their hair out trying to figure out how to put a more potent lineup on the field, but that's not something that changes overnight. He said it's going to be a process to become the team we want to be, but we're willing to do the hard work that it's going to take to get there. Matt?
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. Misses low. Good take on the curveball there.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the break.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, one away.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Elvis Andrus comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now Andrus with a swing and a deep drive to left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Elvis is still going. He's headed for third. And he's in there at third with a one-out triple.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to award him a triple or call it a three-base error, but the result is the same. He's 90 feet away from scoring, and it looks like they are going to give him an error, and I think that's definitely the right call there.
Line towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alec Bohm back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Bohm hits right-handed pitching very well. Makes a lot of contact, but he generally isn't known for displaying a lot of power. You'll see a lot of line drives and ground balls from him in these situations.
Yeah, I almost think he has too good of hand-eye coordination, Matty. Sometimes maybe just attacks that pitch that's not there to do major damage with, but could just drive it up the middle the other way and take his knock, and that's what he's been able to do.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. And, Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Phillies are still looking to crack into the hit column in this one. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1 and 2.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
And he fouls this one off.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Grounded softly down the line toward first. No runs, no hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. Pulled toward right center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Phillies ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And into bat next, former Dodger minor leaguer Willie Calhoun. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Willie Calhoun is retired leading off the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is flared out towards second. And that's the second out.
Up next to the Rangers.
Here's Rougned Odor now. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike two.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. McCutchen is under it. And that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Rangers, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back to Arlington. Before we get much further, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the fourth time he struck out, and we're only in the second game of this series.
Gregorius.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. Fouled away. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Get down 1-1.
Fouled off.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
And he fouls this one off. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Hard ground ball. Defense played him perfectly. And the Phillies are into the hit column.
Hey, this team has been shut down offensively up until this point, Dan. But right here, team's first hit of the game in the 5th inning. Let's see if it sparks them offensively.
You know, this will be interesting, D-Row, to see if they can crack this guy's code. A lot of times, once you get that first hit, several begin to fall after that one. So it'll be interesting to see if this guy can put the screws on this one and tighten things up and not allow any more base hits.
Rhys Hoskins is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. 50th pitch of the game on its way, and he swings and pops it foul behind the plate, and he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Gene Segura standing in, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In the air out to right. Right fielder is on the run. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Phillies strand one. They trail this one 1-0. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Nick Solak. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball inside.
1-0 pitch on the way.
That's ball 2. 2-1.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
And there's out number 1.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Standing in, Ronald Guzman. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heater.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
And it's fouled away. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. They'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that. Now, they've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Behind 0-2 now.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff, but he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. Digging in to try it again, Roman Quinn. He flew out in his last at-bat. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hit to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Alec Bohm. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And up next, the infielder / utility man, Ronald Torreyes. Heading out towards shallow right. Heineman will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. It remains 1-0. Ready once again, Scott Heineman. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th.
The right fielder.
Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting.
So now up steps Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. In there, 0-1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Looked like a breaking ball that time, but it never came back down.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Reyes has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Into the box. Danny Santana. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch on its way.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch or he's going to start getting hurt.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Another 0-2 coming. Curveball locks him up. Strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. 1-2-3 go the Rangers, but they're on top 1-0. Here's Bryce Harper now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Ned. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Stepping into the box, JT Realmuto is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air to center field. Santana is there, 2 gone.
Up next for Philadelphia.
So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Didi Gregorius now. Ripped down the first base line. Hit back toward the mound. Oh, and he just throws the glove up there and snares it for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 1-0 is a ball high and inside.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th. Zach Eflin takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Sacrifice attempt here. There's 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. To the plate now for Texas is the DH, Rougned Odor. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. No balls and 1 strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Nick Solak is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. And he fouls this one off. Popped him up. Reyes waits on it. And that ends the inning. 1 left for Texas. They lead it 1-0. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And it's fouled away. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Fouled away. Here comes another 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
At the plate, Gene Segura. Popped high in the air. Trevino is in his tracks now, and he's got it for out number 2. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate, good command of the off-speed pitches, very little traffic on the bases.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Phillies down in order. They're down 1-0. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Ronald Guzman. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Squared that one up just a little late. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Here's a high pop-up. Hoskins has a play, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
So next to the plate for Texas, Scott Heineman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now a swing, and he popped him up. Straight up, as this is right around home plate. Real Muto's there, and that'll end the inning. Rangers set down. All set to start the 9th in this one, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Roman Quinn. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Now the pitch. Fouled off.
6 fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher going to continue to attack the zone, or is the hitter going to come outside it?
Another 0-2 home. Hit on the ground toward the left. Andrus fields it cleanly, and a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Now batting. The 3rd baseman.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Popped up. Solak trying to get there. On to first, and now the Phillies are down to their final out. Digging in, Ronald Torreyes. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Yeah, Matt, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first, so as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate, and he fouls this one off. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Comes set and the 0-1. Pitch popped up. Solak is there. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game. And that one run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. The Rangers led this game from the third inning on and never wavered.
The final line score for our ball game.